Alright folks, back with another video. This time not about Sasquatch per se, but if it's to be believed, there have been numerous reports of creatures that dwarf the Sasquatch, which are known as the true giants, as in the giants of the biblical stories. And any of you that are into Bigfoot, you've probably heard some encounters of people who've come across these huge giants, and they their descriptions are, no, it wasn't the Bigfoot. It was like a huge, lanky man, 20 to 25 feet tall. Red hair, the red-haired giants. Actually, Duke from Bigfoot, World Bigfoot Radio, Duke has done a lot of research on this. If you go to his channel, he has done a few episodes on the giants, the true giants. Anyway, so I'm going to read from two books some accounts of the true giants. So here we go. So, the true giant. In the late 1960s, Bigfoot hunter Roger Patterson wondered if something bigger than Sasquatch were not out there, leaving 22-inch long tracks. He called it a giant hairy ape. Other researchers studying tracks nearly 2 feet long harbored similar suspicions about the presence of an enormous non-Bigfoot primate. The Canadian researcher John Green, from tracks and eyewitness testimony he deemed persuasive, decided that a whole group of giants existed in the Bigfoot country. Mark A. Hall gave this group of creatures the name true giants after analyzing the growing body of evidence pointing to the existence of the extremely large, hairy hominids that routinely left long, four-toed prints. And that's another thing you hear in these encounter stories about, the four-toed prints that these giants leave behind. For creatures said to be 10 to 20 feet tall, the term true giants is indeed appropriate. The big bodies of true giants are remarkably lean, if not lanky, and are covered with reddish-brown or darker hair that is longer on the head and thinner on the arms. They appear to have no neck, and their facial features are flat. Their hands are enormous and flat. Their feet measure about 10 inches wide by 21 inches long or longer, and they have 4 visible toes. If they have a 5th vestigial toe, it does not show up in most prints. True giants are reported in wooded mountain areas around the world, mostly in temperate zones, and are known by such native names as Gayaluk, Misabe, Shinu, Nyalamo, Orang Dalang, and Ferra Moor. Hall's analysis of old folklore and native traditions have convinced him that the true giants were the cannibals of our past, although they were not man-eaters routinely. They have avoided contact with most humans in modern times. Hall links the true giants to the fossil form known as Gigantopithecus. Besides Hall's discussions in his 1997 book The Yeti, Bigfoot and True Giants, Loren, Coleman and Patrick Huigi also write about this type of unknown primate in the Field Guide to Bigfoot, Yeti and Other Mysterious Primates Worldwide, 1999. So there you go, folks. It's interesting, right? Okay, the last one now. So this is from another book. The True Giant. The term used by Mark A. Hall to distinguish the truly large giant hominids from the smaller neo-giant, Bigfoot, the taller hominid and the shorter hominid. Some Native American cannibal giant traditions are incorporated in this tradition. Variant names: Big Gray Man, Kurin Queen, Giant Hairy Ape, Gilyuk, Jugung, King Lu, Man Mountain, Nyalmo, Orangadang, Pit Lake giant, Kinkin. Physical description, lean body, height 10 to 20 feet, covered with reddish brown or dark brown hair, longer on the head and thinner on the arms. Flat face, no neck, large hands. Tracks, four-toed, length 9 to 30 inches, width 3.5 to 15 inches. Distribution, Alaska. Actually seems to be where the most accounts are coming from, is Alaska, in the wilderness, totally away from humans. Western Canada, Washington, Oregon, Montana, Wyoming, California, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Texas, Brazil, where I am. That's interesting, I never knew that. Malaysia, Myanmar, Nepal, Tibet, India, Australia, Balakulish, and Scotland. Scotland, that's interesting. If you watch the episodes that Duke has done on World Bigfoot Radio, they reckon that actually around Montana, all these mountain passes that go from state to state, that go up into Canada and Alaska, they reckon that they travel through these mountain chains to have as little contact as possible with people. Okay, so the significant sightings. One of the first reports in North America was of giant footprints 18 inches long and 9 inches wide, found in the Okefenokee Swamp in Georgia, something prior to 1829. The stride was just over 6 feet. Shortly after hearing this account, 9 hunters from Florida set off, determined to find the maker of the tracks. The party was attacked by a 13-foot giant, and they managed to shoot and kill, but not before it did away with 5 of them. No witness names were given in the newspaper account of this incident. On August 20, 1977, Fred C. Wilson, 2 other airmen from Malmstrom Air Force Base, and 2 young adults were camping in Belt Creek Canyon, Montana, when they were chased to their car by a 15-foot hairy giant. It had an oblong head, flat nose, and canine teeth. Possible explanations. Hall believes that an evolved Gigantopithecus, a Pleistocene ape that lived in Asia as recently as 500,000 years ago, accounts for the true giant. Its estimated height was 9 to 10 feet and its estimated weight was 900 to 1,200 pounds. However, no weight-bearing bones have been recovered, and it is possible that the animal's teeth and jaws were disproportionate to its body size. No, I don't believe that for 1 minute as a possible explanation. I believe these things they're their own kind. So, folks, just how many strange cryptid creatures are out running around in the wilderness while we humans immerse ourselves in our day-to-day worries in our societies. These things are out there. It makes you think, right? Right, hope you enjoyed that one, and catch you next time.